cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know.
What's up, good people, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. 96, along with Freddie G, K Money, and Slash. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. I want everybody that's on YouTube to go out and subscribe and click the like button. Follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast and on IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. What's up, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Think Thursday. Today's topic: remembering the good old days. Y'all remember the good old days? I over the weekend, well, I can't say the weekend, over Friday, 4th of July, I paid a visit to a couple of houses, 4 to be exact. I started early. And I don't know if I have this habit. I don't know if you guys do, but I've always had this habit since I was little. When I'm invited over to somebody's house, the first thing I look for is a photo album. Remember the old photo albums you get on there? It'd be right there on be on the coffee table. And you like, oh, okay, all right. I want to see if I know somebody. Basically, that's why I look. I want to see if it's somebody in this picture I know that might be kin to me as well. So the first 3 houses I went to, they didn't have a photo album. But my last house, which is a good friend of mine, he had the photo albums. So I'm like, you know what, man? We take pictures with these phones, which probably is the reason why photo albums are going away.
Yeah, that's your photo album.
Became the photo album.
If you look in the social media, they have photos, and then they have a section that says albums, and then there's a section that says when somebody take the picture and share it with you or whatever. So yeah, the photo album is the phone now.
But see, what happens when that person with that phone passes? Now
nobody can see the photos.
Nobody can see the photos no more, right? So that's the good old days of taking the Polaroid pictures and waiting for it to come out and waving it into the air and waiting for it to develop.
What's crazy though, the Polaroid has kind of made a comeback.
Yeah, you saw that new Polaroid?
Yeah,
they
should. It was live,
they
man.
Should.
It's expensive too.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because people done got too comfortable with taking everything with the phone.
With the phone, yeah, they need to go back to that. And I actually, matter of fact, you said, I'm glad you said that, K Money. I think it was the second or the third get together. Somebody had a tan Polaroid. It's smaller than it's a little bit smaller. It's a little thinner, same size, but it's thinner. But it does the same thing. It flips
and the picture
open.
Comes out.
Yeah, the picture comes out,
and you know why I think that's best? Because if you just feel like you want to share that picture, you can take a picture with your phone.
You can
you still got the actual picture. That's never gonna go away unless you lose it or it gets damaged.
You got a photo album that goes on from generation to generation. With that phone, it goes when you go.
Well, the cloud, they're still in the cloud, so they can access the cloud.
So now let's look at the pros and cons to the album not being a regular photo album. The pros of it being here, like K Money just said, is it's in the cloud. It can always be retrieved some sort of way.
Some kind of way.
As opposed to a photo album, a storm hit like Katrina and it damages everything.
Yeah, it's all
and you ain't got no copies of it.
Yeah, that's true. You do got the negatives. If you go to,
but the camera got damaged.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at it this way too, man. Think about this: Polaroids and the cameras, like back in the day. Once we took the picture, if you didn't have the Polaroid, the picture instantly comes out and you have to shake it till it dry. The other kind, you bought the little disposable cameras,
and you go
wind
develop them,
and you have to take it to go get what
develop.
/
They
develop.
gotta get developed. Yeah.
Now check this out. You know, with your phone, you take that picture, you could take that to go get it developed.
Yeah, you can.
So the phone is actually the negatives. Better because you don't have to go and buy the disposable camera.
You already paying
because
for it.
if you bought a disposable camera, you would take it to go get developed.
Anyway.
Double
the cost.
We're just not taking our pictures to go get developed.
Yeah. Now what I do is I will download them and I'll send them to a hard drive to get it out of my phone.
Right.
Just so I can have physical copies of it. Either whether I lost my phone or not, I still got these pictures.
Exactly.
Because if you don't download it, it's in the cloud, and now you got to figure out how to get to it if you lose that phone.
Exactly.
You know? So it's pros and cons to it.
It is. So these are just some of the things we're going to be talking about. That was just one of the things I did during the 4th. But we're going to be talking about, food, gas prices. We're going to be talking about dances that I've expressed this many a times. We don't slow dance no more like we did now. We don't do that now like we did back in the day. So just a lot of things that I want to discuss. So one, do y'all remember penny candy? Can you find a candy for a penny anywhere?
No. No, you're not gonna find penny candy.
There is no more penny candy.
It's not even nickel candy.
It ain't even nickel. Yeah, it's yeah. The little small pack of now laters.
They
I love
50 cents.
Yeah, the little four little thing.
They used to be cheap. I can remember 25 cents, and then when they went up to 50, I was like,
that's not for that
and
little.
And then if you notice, those are smaller than the regular 9-liter.
Than the regular
really
now,
smaller,
and they're softer. I don't think
they're not even. You're not even getting the amount.
Nope.
That it's worth.
And then most of it stuck to the paper anyway, so
and you can't get the paper out.
Yeah,
you eating the paper.
Yeah, mad as hell, but you eat the paper anyway.
Yeah. Used to love them.
Yeah.
The banana went hard.
Oh, they went hard. Chico sticks.
Yes, sir. Chico sticks went hard.
Necklace candy, all that.
Dirty Nick.
Sharing it with your friends. They took a bath in 2 days.
They got this shit around their neck and you help.
You eat it. Let me have some.
That's crazy.
Oh, gas. From 1980, it was like 89 cents a gallon.
If not 87.
Yeah. Now.
It's cheap.
Now, look at gas prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 and over, yeah.
And it's only going to go up higher, since...
47. 47, that's what we call it.
47. Since he got there and did what he did, it's only going to go up more, And hopefully that's over with, because we don't know when that's going to be over. The people playing with us, man. But I think that price is going to continue to increase, because think about it. You're over there fighting with the people that got the stuff.
Yes.
Why are you bothering them people, man?
Leave them alone,
they
man.
got the oil and stuff, man. Why you over there messing with them people, man? They gonna charge us more now to get it.
Exactly.
Because of what you did. Foolish.
Now, bread. Loaf of bread used to be 50 cents. I remember I used to get Mrs. Bear's bread. 50 cents.
Yeah.
Not now.
Well, it depends on where you get it from.
Up to 4. I pay $3.68 for mine.
That's too much. I'm gonna tell you, and a lot of people don't like Joe V's. I get bread from Joe V's, bro, for maybe 99, 89 cents. Whatever the price is, it differs. It may be $1.19, but here's the thing: that bread, the ingredients in the bread now, why they can sell it so cheap. This bread don't go bad as fast as it used to.
Oh, it don't. You notice that?
What?
Back in the day, you put it on top of the
3-4 days after you done open it,
green
everywhere.
Now, everywhere.
It'll last you 2 weeks, man. You could eat sandwiches for 2 weeks.
I agree with that.
Just threw a loaf away that I've had for 2 weeks, but
It's
that second week I was expecting it to smell a certain.
It didn't.
It still didn't smell.
So that's why I'm saying the prices vary because of the ingredients that these factories are using now for the bread to last longer.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: do I mind paying a cheaper price for a longer lasting bread? Probably not.
Yeah.
So they can get over with whatever it is, but it's something probably in that bread. I don't know for sure, but it's probably gonna affect us health wise.
Yep.
In the long run, because of whatever it is, it's not going bad. And we know bread is horrible in the human body.
Exactly.
So is it lasting that long in my body? I'm just
you being a scientist now.
But these are the things you gotta think about.
bread turned to sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
And so
Is it sugary for 2 weeks in my body, creating more?
diabetes.
Yeah. Is it sugar and
Is that why it lasts longer now?
And the
Because
spray that you added along with the
whatever
sugar?
you put in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Is that why it's cheaper? Because it's gonna affect me more diabetic wise?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, bro. So it's a lot of stuff we need to think about, you know?
Yep. Now this the one that's the most sickening because y'all know I'm looking for a house right now. Home prices. This is gonna be startling. $47,000 for a new home in 1980. Now they upwards to here in Houston. It is $300,000 to $400,000 for a new home. I mean, the prices are just ridiculous now. Yeah, they're being built quickly.
Then too, a lot of it has to do with the code, the building codes. They got certain, like in certain areas. If I'm not mistaken, it's certain criteria you need to build certain homes in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
And here, if it's a brick house, it's worth every bit of it. But that hardy plank, bro, that's trash. Hardy plank is okay, and I work with hardy plank, but it's really it's a form of cement that's not as solid as cement.
It's not a solid foundation, and kind of you could still. Yeah, but he's saying the cement.
The hardy plank.
He said, yeah.
But see, the thing is, hardy plank. With hardy plank, I mean, the best that you. I think the only way that hardy plank will be just as great as brick is if you put siding over it. Sue me if I'm wrong. But if you don't put siding over hardy plank, you still ain't got nothing.
You ain't got no
I
foundation.
think even with the side and the shit still.
Even with it, man,
Yeah.
probably. You know what I'm saying?
College tuition. Freddie G, you should be knowing your kids are going to college. Well, you have to graduate now, but shoot, it was $2,000 a year back in the 80s.
Thank God for the Hazelwood Act.
Oh, right. Oh, thank you, Hazelwood Act. Now it's upwards to $10,000 to $30,000 a year. At $30,000, got to be Harvard or Yale or somebody. I know it's got to be. Damn. Ooh. How you know what, man? You pay all that for college and you go 4 years. Just say it's the $20,000.
Yeah.
You're already $80,000 in the hole when you get out.
Right. Automatically.
You automatically. Golly, man, I tell you. Mm-hmm. All right, the games we used to play. You know, we used to play back in the day, Monopoly and Sorry and Clue, all that. And exactly. More games. You know, when he's on punishment.
Hide and go get it.
Hide and go get it. Go. Yeah.
Why you always add the extra go?
Go on the end of that.
Just
Man.
hide and go get.
Because you got to go get the goal. Go.
No.
They was going in the house when you was counting.
Yeah.
When he got it.
Yeah, when he got out the counter, everybody going in the house.
Everybody, I can't find nobody.
Hide and go get it. Go.
Dude, you catch Reginald going to the store. Man, where about that? What you talking about?
They went in the house.
They take their baths and
get ready for school, do my homework. I'm still out there playing. Guys, go get it,
coming
go.
outside no more. You looking for them? They in for the night. Shit crazy.
And you know, back in the day, they eating supper.
Yeah. It was supper time.
Supper was at 6.
At 6:30.
You ain't lying. Dinner was at, well, we didn't really, supper. It was supper. Yeah, well, that's different. That, it was touch.
Dead man sideline.
Dead man. Yeah. You remember that? That's another thing. Kids don't go outside. Lord, they don't go outside
y'all
play.
Remember freeze? Where you run, then somebody touch you, you got to stop where you is. And somebody else got to touch you to unfreeze you.
Yeah. We did play that game. Yeah. Hopscotch, red light, green light.
Hey, I don't think dudes supposed to be playing the hopscotch. You playing hopscotch, K-Money?
Yeah. Hey, you were. Because I was.
Hey, look.
We didn't play hopscotch.
Comedian 96 was playing jacks.
I'm going to tell you what I was doing in Jacks. I was the little boy that was waiting. Oh, girl, you know, when they on their ones and their twos, they don't open their legs that wide, right? But when they get on their 8s, you know, they open their legs. So I'm trying to look on the side. Never mind. I was a mannish little boy. Don't worry about it.
So that means if you played hopscotch and jacks, then you did double dutch too.
I couldn't do that.
You was twirling.
No, I was gangly and uncoordinated. I couldn't do jump 2 ropes.
You had a hula hoop?
I was in one time I was in I was in a hula hoop contest and I lost immediately. So I was not a great hula hooper.
Why you lose?
I ain't got no hips like that. My hips lie. I am not what's her name? Shakira. My hips lied. That hula hoop fell. I couldn't do it.
Now I know for boys, what we used to do, man, is everybody in the neighborhood that had a bicycle, we all meet up or wherever at somebody's house, and it's time to ride, and we jump on the streets.
Yeah.
It'd be maybe 15 people on a bicycle. We all riding around and shit, and just hopefully you're not one that get hit or fall off your bike or whatever. But those was the days, man. You know, I think it helped us bond as boys because it wasn't no girls.
Yes. The girls stay back and do cheerleading.
Yeah, they was hopscotch,
cheerleader, and stuff like that. You know, and then us, we would either playing
basketball,
football in the street. Or riding bikes, like you just said.
Or if we had a neighbor that had a big enough yard, you know, we could run a couple of plays in their yard on the side of the house or whatever. But yeah, we was mainly riding bicycles and shit, and football. Oh, and doing flips and shit. We used to do that. I remember. I'll never forget this. And outside.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah.
I'm talking about outside in the grass trying to learn how to do a backflip.
Yeah.
And you don't make it. Your hands don't hit the ground first. When you in that backflip, your head do. Man, I walked around with my neck like this for about a week, bro. I had to go to school with a crook in my neck, man.
Oh, you sound like me. One time when I was little, I was trying to. That's when the turbo and all them the braking came out. Yeah, so I tried to break dance. I'm tick pop, so I wouldn't spin on my head, right? So I tried to do it in the bed. So the cover caught my neck. I mean, you heard the crack and everything. I was like, I can't be turbo no more. I almost died.
Man,
I can't do that again.
I can remember the pain. That's something I would never want to sustain again.
That
bro.
crook stayed there too.
Hey, man, it's there, and you got to go to school and your head leaning.
Yeah, that crook. I'm telling you, man, that cover caught me and said, "No, the rest of your body gonna spin, but you not spinning."
Yeah, I done had some tough. Break dancing and tough gymnastics days, boy.
Yeah, they got here. Children played outside until the street lights came on. Now, right now, children today, they indoors on their phones.
They don't go outside at all, man.
Yep.
I mean, it's a few. You may have a few kids, you know, and that's only if you have, you know, a pool in the area. They may be around the pool or playground area. But
you know who the kids who are outside? The kids who are participating in sports and activities. Mm-hmm. Where they're doing little league football and soccer and stuff. Those are the kids who are outside.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah. And you know what else? Right now, and this is one of the things they have here, less supervision, right? Right now, we had less supervision back in the day.
Yeah.
Now they have the constant tracking devices. You know, they have that location on your phones or whatever. But do you remember when we were younger, there was no pagers yet. Pagers weren't out yet. Cell phones weren't out, of course. And they'd be like, man, y'all seen Freddie G? Where Freddie G at? Some kind of way, we were able to find Freddie G without calling them or anything.
Because it was already understood, don't go too far away from the house. Because it wasn't, bro. I mean, we would go, now I ain't gonna lie, we went away pretty deep, but it was only when we was on bicycles.
Yeah, by the bayou.
but if we was walk, and we would walk the bayou, because it was certain things we would do, like go crawfishing in the bayou, stuff like that. But we walked, so we not far from home. But it wasn't as much stuff going on to be afraid of back then either, you know. But now I think it's necessary that they have these locations on their phones, and that they have a phone to be located, because it's a lot of strange stuff going on out here, and we know that it's a lot of adults taking advantage of children in today's world, you know, and it's really bad. So I think the phone situation is good.
Yeah.
Now, and them being on it.
Yeah. Now this is a funny one here. This is a true story I did with my daughter. I still had a cassette tape and I had a CD. She guessed up on the CD. She got that right, because my daughter's born in 07, so she knew what a CD was. But when I showed her the cassette tape,
She's out of here.
so
What is
back,
this?
Yeah, back in the 80s, they had cassette tapes, vinyls, records, and Walkmans. Now today they got Spotify, YouTube, and streaming apps.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed and it's progressed in the past.
Well, we've
days.
seen it all change, even to where they had the little thing that played the music before the phones hit really major. What was the little thing called that you play I can't.
The little handheld game,
It's like the MP3 player.
iPod.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But before that, they even had the MP3 players that was little, and you could even connect it in your car if you had the audio
I know what
jack.
you're talking about.
It was little bitty.
I know
you
that little
and,
bit. It didn't last long. I know
they didn't last long at all. But
Yeah.
right after that is when you were able to start pulling stuff off YouTube, and because YouTube wasn't around when the iPods and stuff was around.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one here is TV. Now, back in the day, when we was looking at music videos, it was MTV. Remember MTV was the place to be. That's what we would go to when we needed to any new videos that came out.
It was
because
definitely there.
Because they were free at first. MTV came out, they were free.
And then they came out with the black version of video shows, which I think Donnie Simpson was hosting.
Yes, yeah.
Video Soul.
Video Soul, yeah.
But at first, before that, we had MTV where they played all kind of classic rock, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Donnie Simpson came, of course. And then after Donnie Simpson, it just got roguish. And then all of the, After Dark videos would come on where it was all freaky songs.
2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and they started twerking and all of this stuff.
BET Uncut.
BET
Uncut. That's when it got crazy.
I got put out at 3 in the morning for not looking at it. I was daydreaming in the direction of it, but I wasn't looking at it. And she put me out at 3 in the morning. Get your ass out! I said, I wasn't even watching it. I wasn't even watching it. I was waiting on some food. Oh well, I didn't get that food that morning. Oh well. Okay. He got a little bit more respect now. He waited till he. You can stop the bus, sir. All right, appreciate that.
Who driving the bus, man?
Man, that's that big dude, man. That dude, I don't know. Man, so this week, y'all, this dude here, man, from DeKalb County, Georgia, Lithonia, Georgia, Taco Nash Jr., age 25. First of all, his name was Taco, so
Is that his first name?
that's his first name.
Real name?
That's
Be his
his real.
government name.
That's his
Spelled
real.
like Taco?
Like Taco, just
What
like
was the second name?
Taco Nash Jr.
See, I think Taco is the extra that they put. Can't nobody name their son Taco.
He's a junior. So
He's
it
a
was
junior. It's a Taco
him.
before him.
Taco.
Wow.
Senior Taco.
Yeah, he was. Taco was convicted on July 2nd, 2025, of malice murder, 4 counts of felony murder, aggravated assault, kidnapping, aggravating stalking, first-degree cruelty to children, and multiple firearm offenses. This man actually shot his back June 15, 2022. That's when it happened. He just got convicted on the 2nd of July. Basically shot his girlfriend he killed her while she had the baby in her hand.
Wow.
Yeah, Taco out of there for that. That was it. Yeah, it was his baby.
Wow.
It was his baby. The baby's unharmed though. So, but yeah, he got a lot of charges, and he gonna need a hand doing the time. So, he's for that. He's off the bus and on to that little white hard bus with all the cells inside of it. That's where he going. So
Well, he'll be the only Taco where he going. But they don't have tacos, I don't think, in prison. Do they serve tacos?
No, he gonna be a taco. You had a child, and there was a child involved in this.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, he'll be Taco Tuesday.
He will be Taco Tuesday.
You want him soft or hard?
I want that. Okay, Freddie G, with that, man, I'm out, man. Y'all come back and tune in to Black Friday. Peace. This concludes our show for today, and if you haven't done so already, follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast, also IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. Also, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Black Friday.